You might have heard whispers, stories spreading through coin forums, social media posts, and collector circles. Tales about a small, silver-colored coin from 1989 that could be worth $1 million. Yes, you heard that right, the 1989 Roosevelt Dime. A coin so common that millions of people have handled it without even realizing what they were holding. Some say it's hiding a secret that could make someone rich overnight. But is that really true? Could this tiny 10-cent coin actually be worth a fortune? Stay with me till the end, because in this video, we'll uncover the truth behind the million-dollar rumors, explore the history of this coin, its design, hidden details, and reveal what it's actually worth today, including some real cases where certain 1989 dimes sold for shocking prices. Let's start with a little background. The 1989 Roosevelt Dime was minted at the Denver Mint, as shown by the small D mint mark located just to the right of Roosevelt's neck. More than 896 million of these dimes were produced that year, which makes it one of the more common issues of the late 1980s. The coin was designed by John R. Sinek, the chief engraver of the United States Mint, whose initials, JS, can be found at the base of Roosevelt's neck. The Roosevelt Dime first appeared in 1946, the year after President Franklin D. Roosevelt's death, as a tribute to his leadership and his role in establishing the March of Dimes, a campaign to fight polio. On the obverse, or front side, we see Roosevelt's portrait facing left. The inscriptions include Liberty, In God We Trust, the year 1989, and the mint mark D. On the reverse side, you'll find three symbolic elements: a torch in the center, symbolizing liberty, an olive branch on the left, representing peace, and an oak branch on the right, representing strength and independence. Surrounding the design are the inscriptions United States of America, E pluribus unum, and 1 dime. Now, this coin is made of copper and nickel, not silver. The outer layer is 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a pure copper core. Its weight is 2.27 grams and its diameter is 17.9 millimeters. So why do people say this little dime could be worth millions? It all started with online stories and clickbait headlines claiming that certain 1989 dimes are rare errors, or missing mint mark varieties worth hundreds of thousands or even $1 million. These rumors quickly went viral, leading people to dig through their old change, hoping to strike gold, or rather, silver-colored copper-nickel treasure. But here's the thing, not every 1989 dime is rare, and definitely not every one is worth a fortune. However, there are certain conditions and error varieties that can make this coin quite valuable, sometimes even shockingly so. Let's talk about what collectors actually look for. The first factor is condition. Coins in circulated condition, the ones you find in your pocket change, are generally worth 10 cents, their face value. But when you move into uncirculated or mint state MS grades, that's where value starts to rise. An MS-65 grade 1989 Roosevelt Dime can be worth around $5 to $10, while an MS-67 example might reach $50 to $100. But the real prize comes with the top grades, MS-68 or higher, which are extremely rare. In fact, one 1989 Roosevelt Dime graded MS-68 by PCGS sold for around $1,000, proving that exceptional quality coins can command impressive prices. Now let's move into the world of errors and varieties, which is where things get interesting, and sometimes confusing. Some of the rarest and most valuable dimes aren't valuable because of their date, but because of minting mistakes. And yes, 1989 dimes have been found with a few fascinating errors. One such example is the off-center strike, where the design isn't properly aligned on the coin. Depending on how off-center it is, these can range in value from $50 to over $200. Then there are double die errors, where the image or letters appear slightly doubled due to a die misalignment during minting. These are extremely sought after and can fetch hundreds of dollars, depending on visibility and condition. Another notable error type is the clipped planchet, where a small section of the coin is missing because of an incomplete metal blank. These can range from $30 to $150. And occasionally, you'll find transitional errors or wrong planchet strikes, which are coins accidentally struck on metal meant for a different denomination. If a 1989 dime were ever found struck on a copper cent planchet or a foreign coin blank, its value could soar into the thousands. So, could a 1989 dime ever be worth millions? Well, here's the honest truth. There has never been any verified record or auction sale of a 1989 D Roosevelt dime selling for anywhere near $1 million. The stories you see online are mostly exaggerations, clickbait headlines, or misunderstandings of rare error sales. However, there are a few reasons these rumors persist. Sometimes, people mix up coin years. For example, they see a story about a rare 1969 S or 1975 no S proof dime worth a lot of money, and they assume it applies to all Roosevelt dimes. Other times, sellers on online marketplaces list ordinary coins for outrageous prices, millions or even billions, just for attention. These listings almost never sell, but they create the illusion that some coins are worth unbelievable sums. That being said, not all 1989 D dimes are worthless. The value of your dime depends on condition, mint errors, and grading. Let's break it down clearly. Circulated 1989 D dimes worth 10 cents. Uncirculated MS-60, MS-64 around $1 to $5. MS-65, MS-67 $10 to $100 range. MS-68 or higher $500 to $1,000 plus, rare. Major mint errors $100 to several $1,000s, depending on rarity and visibility. So while your dime probably won't make you a millionaire, it could still be a neat and valuable collectible, especially if it's in pristine condition or has a unique minting error. Now, let's go a bit deeper into the history of this coin series. The Roosevelt dime was introduced in 1946, replacing the Mercury dime, which had been in circulation since 1916. The decision to feature Franklin D. Roosevelt wasn't random. He was beloved by the American people and had passed away in 1945, shortly before World War II ended. His leadership during some of America's darkest years left a lasting impact, and the dime was chosen because of his connection with the March of Dimes, an organization he helped inspire to fight polio. From its introduction until 1964, dimes were made of 90% silver. But due to rising silver prices, the mint switched to a copper-nickel-clad composition starting in 1965, which is what your 1989 D dime is made of. That's one reason people often think these coins are silver, especially since they shine brightly when new. But unless it's a special silver-proof coin from a mint set, your 1989 D dime is not silver. So, where does the $1 million myth come from? It's mainly because of viral stories about other rare dimes. For example, the 1975 No S proof dime sold for over $350,000, and the 1969 S double die cent reached $100,000 plus. People hear these stories and assume any old dime from their pocket could be next. But for the 1989 D dime, there's no verified discovery of such an ultra-rare variety. At least, not yet. Still, there's a lesson here. Coin collecting isn't just about chasing million-dollar treasures. It's about the thrill of discovery, the history behind each coin, and the stories they tell. Every dime, no matter how small, is a piece of American history that's passed through countless hands, across decades of change. If you happen to find a 1989 D dime in excellent condition, it's worth keeping, especially if you enjoy building a collection. Who knows? Future discoveries or grading trends might make certain examples even more valuable someday. Before we wrap up, here's a quick recap. The 1989 D Roosevelt dime was minted in Denver with over 896 million coins produced. It features Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse and the torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse. Most are worth 10 cents, but high-grade and error coins can be worth hundreds to a few $1,000s. No confirmed million-dollar versions exist, those are just myths. So, while it may not make you a millionaire, it's still an important and fascinating piece of U.S. coinage history. And now, the truth. The $1 million 1989 D dime rumor is not true. No coin of this type has ever sold for anywhere near that amount. But collectors love to dream, and sometimes, those dreams inspire incredible discoveries. So the next time you see a shiny dime from 1989 with a little D under Roosevelt's neck, take a closer look. You might not become rich overnight, but you'll be holding a coin with decades of history and a story that continues to captivate collectors all over the world. So, what do you think? Do you believe there's still a hidden treasure among the millions of 1989 D dimes out there? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, because next time, we'll uncover more shocking truths about coins you might have in your pocket right now.